Uh,
They can't hear me.
no, it's yeah. We we
Just
we cannot be heard.
Well, good morning, afternoon, evening to wherever you are from around the world. You are tuning into C Sports coverage live of the Roblox Sports Car Association's 60 Minutes of Bologna here in Bologna, Italy for the RCA GT Series. I am Zayden Davidson, aka the Ferrari Master Plan, and joining me in the booth tonight we have Immortal Impartial. Immortal, how are you doing this evening?
Doing so good, so good. I'm just so excited to be here commentating this amazing race. These drivers have definitely been working hard throughout the weekend, and so we're gonna have some fun tonight.
Now we have Brock came in here at a bit of an awkward time. We're currently in the middle of qualifying. This is a 15-minute session to set the field for these 60 minutes of Bologna. And while we are in this qualifying period, we might as well sell you in for what exactly we are going to be watching here today. This is an endurance race, as per usual within the RSCA. And this is a brand new series, the RSCA's GT series. Now, according to my understanding, this is basically a testing series for the brand new tech that has been introduced to the RCA. This is the second time in the RCA's history that they have done a change in their chassis and chassis design. They were first a tank lead, then it became using a chassis 1.0, and now it's a chassis 1.5, which has ironed out some of the kinks with a chassis a bit, and the racing should be a lot more entertaining now
Like you
as we
said,
sort through the field.
a bunch more exciting racing here. Currently, see two of our pretty looking pretty fast. Is that number 44? I can find them on my screen. The 44 Swift Motorsports Vector Armis. I'm looking at it might not be the same on stream.
Yeah, the car on stream was a Carve Anime livery on, but currently it is the 37 of, I believe, I think that's the no, that's the 57 actually. That is, no, I'm sorry, that's not the 57. That might be a 27. I'm not too sure. Anyway, we're currently trying to keep an eye on all the cars in action in this race, as we have we have a lot of people here. This is going to be a bit different than you usually expect, and we have not one but two different classes of racing here in this GT series. Now, all the cars are basically the same. They're all GT spec cars. They are different designs and manufacturers on the grid. They're not real manufacturers. They are Roblox manufacturers, as all these cars were built and designed by Roblox users to be unique and independent from real-world design. And as well, we have two classes, the two classes being a Pro and an AM class. And we have had our first on-track incident. I've just seen the 5-car break down. That is the 5-car is the AmSpeed GT, and as well we have two classes. So the two classes being a Pro and an AM class. Bug or glitch, and we have had our first on-track incident. Currently, the stream is on board the 77. That's one of the Swift Motorsports cars. Yep, you just saw on the stream there that the 5-car broken down in one of the hairpins in the second sector.
Yep,
now we have two classes, as I was introducing.
And then that AM speed
now the orange.
AM speed number 5 in the AM class, so that's going to be unfortunate for their result here in the AM championship. But considering it is the first race of the season, they do have time to make those points back up if they can't get it started again.
Now, for those of you who are Thank you. We're just getting our stream up here on an easier display so we can keep an eye on the commentary here. There's so much action on the circuit. Now, back to what I was originally going for here. Now, if you want to keep an eye on the classes without keeping an eye on the stream here, which the stream's fixed view for the racing doesn't really provide the indicators that we have, but the cars with orange on top of their cars, those are the Pro cars, and the black is the AM class, if I'm not mistaken. Now, unfortunately, all of the cars have the same color on the side or on top, but there are two classes in racing, so that is a bit unfortunate. But it is a new league and within the RSCA, and it's mainly for testing purposes. So when XLMS comes back, this should probably all be sorted out. Keeping an eye on what is going on here. There's a British Racing Colors car. I'm not sure who that is. I will have to sort through my spectate tool very quickly because the spectate tool is also a bit janky. That is Seeping Crimson in the 488, if I recall correctly, and they've just changed again. So now we have a different driver. That's a white colored car, if I have to sort through this. That might be the ones. Is that the 177 of that is a race car man in the 177 car? That is the Vortex, one of the two Vortex Racing Corvettes. That is one of the few real manufacturers on the grid. So nice to see Corvette represented in this GT League, as the leaderboard has just come up for the first time today. And ignoring the admin with the safety car, it's a T-Jerk Boy 1267 in the 14. That's one of the Salgon Speedsters H71 cars. That is the Income manufacturer team. They are the fastest right now in the pro class. In the AM class, it's Maxim Ninja 33 in the 855. That is one of the sponsored by Vegastar. He's not on my scoring graphic here, so that is a new entry. However, I think there's some relation. They might have changed their number from what we have on our board, but he's not on my speed sheet. He is running in the AM class, so good to see a new team on the grid here. Coming up with 6 minutes to go. Currently keeping an eye on our field here at the moment. We have brown and red car, if I can make that up real quick. Gotta so a nightmare because you have to scroll through all of these drivers. That is the 19 of Lolt Foxy, if I'm looking at that correctly. So that is the 19. That is a Blue Force GP car. That's one of the Vidar cars in the pro class, getting some laps in. And we might as well go on board with him in a moment to see how you handle a lap here at the beautiful Bologna Motor Speedway, built specifically for the RSCA, as he's about to check the main line here. And, ooh. You might want to use Bonnet's screen for us. Yeah, thank you. So you're going to go through here, down this long thrashway, and then you want to go as late as you can on the brakes here. You got to shift down into 4th gear to make that corner, that double right-hander, or double left-hander, actually. I am losing my directions. I think I'm in Australia again. Anyway, a small left-hander kink into this sharp right-hander. You want to be late on the brakes there as well, but don't want to go too late or you'll miss the corner and get a corner cut warning. Then you go through this long sweeping left-hander that starts the 2nd sector, and then one of the most difficult corners of the circuit is this downhill hairpin. You have to be very early on the brakes just to even make the corner, and then you have to be very precise here through that double left to make it through the hairpin. A right-hander kink leads into this right-hander hairpin, slightly wider and much faster than the others. Then you enter the final sector, a left-hander kink that you're taking full throttle there, and then up the hill into the final hard braking zone of the course. This left-hander, which leads into the only chicane on the course, this left-right bus stop here, that you navigate to complete a lap here at Bologna. You will expect lap times to be in the 1:13s for the pros and 1:14s for the AMs. And looking at my leaderboard, that is correct. Most of our pro competitors are in the 1:13s, and most of our AMs are in the 1:14 to 1:15 range. For me, my best lap was a 1:14.4, so I'm not really that good. But you should see some good racing here between the two classes.
Yep, and you also have to factor in the lap traffic that the pros are going to experience from the AMs once they do get around to the rear of the AM field.
Now, I don't think they'll have to experience that because with the RSCA, there is a bit of a benefit in that there is no collision. This is a non-can collide league, or an NCC league, meaning we won't have to experience cars blocking other people. However, there is still vision lag, and that can impact drivers, so you will see blue flags being thrown occasionally. But usually the faster car will just phase through the slower car. That's the 855. Complete stop there. That was the 855. He's just gotten going again. I think he just had a little bit of a moment, not a big moment, I think. Oh, the 5 car is going. I'm not sure what the 5 car is doing. What is he doing on the front straightaway? I have no idea. Oh, he's back in the pits now, so I guess they've sorted out whatever's wrong with the 5 car of Vestergaard B in that car. So tough break again for the 5 team. They've been having all sorts of issues in this qualifying session. Moving back around to some of the other cars. There is a car stopped, the 59 of Speedy X1. He's come to a stop here at the exit of turn 4. I'll call that turn 4. I'm not sure what's happened to him, but I think he's just gone AFK. It might not be a big issue. He should be fine for the race. Moving back around to a couple of cars. Where is the poster boy fast man himself? When I was reading through it, T-Jerk Boy 1267. We'll see if we can get on board with him. The car in front, we're actually following the car in front of him. That's the 78 car. That's one of the XL Racing cars. There is a teammate to that, and is one of the SSGP cars. Now, for whatever reason, all right. And now we have the 14. That is the Salgan Speedsters car. They have 2 cars in this race. One of them is an Inca Almar 336R. That is the car for T-Jerk Boy here. Now he has a teammate. The 007 is also being operated by Saigon Speedsters, and that car is a Vectra Hemis. I'm not sure what the difference here is. There is a third Saigon car, but that is an AM car. That's actually the 855. So I finally figured out what that 855 is. And it seems that AM car looks like it's probably going to win its class because it's a whole second faster than the next car in the AM class completely. Maybe they shouldn't be having an AM. That car should be an AM. Maybe it should be a pro car, but that's just me. As we come to an end here, 50 seconds to go. Will anyone be able to go faster than T-Jerk Boy? I'm not sure if we will. He's already put in a personal best in his first sector. What will he do in the second sector? Did he cut the corner at any point? We'll find out here in a moment. Yes, he has, so this will not be any improvement for T-Jerk Boy's time, but he is a staggering second faster than the next fastest car in class. That is insane, to say the least. He's being a little Audi out there, if you know that
Definitely
reference.
gonna help him out in that pro battle for the number 24 and the number 26 both went off. That's the 24 Mavis Performance team and the 26 DNS Tremont Racing team. That's gonna be unfortunate for those
I believe that
people.
was I think that was Xmes in the 24, or X, which is XLMEZE, or Selmies. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, in the 24 that went off. Now, with that downhill hairpin, you have to be very early on the brakes, otherwise you're just going to blow the corner. That's probably what happened there. Qualifying has just come to an end, and will anyone be able to improve? The answer to that question, I think, is going to be a hard no, as everyone's coming around to complete their laps. T-Jerk's already cut the corner. Can Malk improve here a little bit through the final sector?
The road, abandoning his lap, so that's not any improvement for that 24 machine.
Does Mac improve here? The answer is no. It's well off the pace, and everyone has hit the wall here as qualifying has come to an end. And we might as well pull up the qualifying order here for both classes, as T-Jerk Boy 1267 in that 14 car has put on a clinic in that car. He is a whole second faster than the next highest man in class, Wolfberry, in the 19.
Yeah,
Man Pifting in the 855 as well in the pro is in the AM class.
AM class qualifying in pole.
And both of these guys are a whole second faster than the next fastest in their class. which is insane. You don't see that often in Roblox endurance racing.
Yep, that 488 just in P8, second in that class.
And they've just confirmed it will be linked in the grid boxes. So I think we're about to go racing here. 18 cars have taken time, 19 on the leaderboard, but Royal doesn't count, obviously, for that 57-second lap time.
There's going to be a rolling start as it was confirmed just a few moments ago.
Anyway, we will see how this goes. In the Pro Class, we will have 7 cars in the Pro Class. And I think we already have an early favorite for the win here with T-Jerk Boy. However, 1 lap pace doesn't mean good consistency over the long run. In endurance racing, it's all down to the it's all down to being consistent over your runs.
Yep, especially in the AM class.
You're probably going to end up out of this race.
Especially in the AM class with 8 guys racing for the AM. For the AM win here.
It's actually 11 in the AM class, actually, because there's a few very slow at it. No worries, mate. Anyway, pace car appears to be, or safety car appears to be on the grid here. Our officials are having a little fun with the chat. Still falling a few cars. Let's see. All right. We will be taking a quick intermission as the field gets set up here. But when we return, we will be live here for the 60 minutes of Bologna. So stay tuned.
I just found out I got it.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 60 minutes of Bologna, as it appears the officials have cleaned up whatever fuel issues the field were having, and everyone is ready to get ready for a long, grueling hour of racing. Now, we've just been given the corner cut limit for this race, and that is going to be 45, which is a bit harsh, but it's a good number, I think, especially for a more experienced field like we have today. Now, the field is currently unified under one grid. I'm not sure if we will be splitting it into two, one for the pros and one for the AMs. But considering the 855 is faster than all of the other pro cars, I think they won't do so. As we might as well go through the starting grid here for today so everyone is familiar. We have T. Jaker Boy in the 14. He is on pole for this race. Max, I'm Ninja. As I will go through our full field. Safety car is about to pull away here. T. Jaker Boy, 1267 on the pro pole. Max, I'm Ninja, 33, currently in second place. Oh, and the 14 has just jumped the start. Uh-oh. What is the 14 doing? They all went. Only the safety car was allowed to go. Wait, were they? Okay, no, never mind. They're going. there they go. There they go. Anyway, TJ Boy on the pro pole. Max, I'm Ninja is on the pro amp. It's on the amp pole. In row number 2, we have Lowell Ferry and in the 19 and Man Pifting in the 007, both in the pro class. Row 3 is Scorch 878 in the 49 and Race Carman 1232 in the 177, both in the pro class. Then we get into some AM cars. Seeping Crimson in the 488 and Asia Status in the 56 make up row number 4. Row 5 is Mato Designs and Excel Maze in the 24. Then we have A Cabine in the 26 and a Garbled Mess in the 44. The 263 of Boston Solos, an AM car, and MBG Aaron, one of the pro cars, starting in row number 7. Row 8 is another AM Pro split, with the AM being the 78 of YB Panchal and the 88 of Goal Plays. And rounding out the field in row 9, we have Vestergaard in the 5 and SpeedyX1 in the 59. Both of them are AMs. We have 7 of 11 pro cars in this race, and we have 11 of 14 AM cars. A pretty good field for the opening race of the season. Now, if I do remember, this should be just a free race test season, but it's good to see good participation in any league. Safety cars running through the final sector now. They've just clawed through the kink. And it seems we're about to go racing very shortly. Will the safety car pull in this time? Yep, control has been issued to the 14. When will he go? Through the hairpin, and he has decided to go now. The 60 minutes of Bologna is underway here in Italy. A good jump for the 14 Saigon Speedster's car as T. Jaker Boy was going to fly into the first corner. Everyone appears to be going through the corner smoothly and cleanly. No one has appeared to go off in the background. Our camera's currently AFK, so we will be stuck on the 14 for the time being. Everyone's gotten through the first sector cleanly. No offs yet in the back, but the 14 is still racing well. Meanwhile, there's a fight for second. The 855 and the 19 fighting for second overall. The 19 is just blown by the 855. So I think the 855 in his AM car is going to struggle for pace here unless the 19 just sucks. And it appears he is not having a good time. The 19 and the 855 still fighting for second overall through the hairpin, and it still appears they're excited. They're still fighting in the back. Still side by side coming into the harsh left-hander corner here. Wolf hard on the brakes to try and make it going. The 855 stays ahead for now. So the AM car is making a very good defense here against the pros in that Saigon, in the second Saigon Speedster's car. So some good racing by Maxim Ninja, blasting down the front straight for a lap of racing. I'm not sure what's happened to Simikois, who need to be brought over by the officials. We already have a couple cars well off the pace here. The 5 is a big concern for me. But it seems everyone is still keeping within the pack. We don't have some clear stragglers. Meanwhile, the 19 has just gone by 855. So we will now have a fight potentially for the lead of the race, as the 19 car is still hound of Wolf Foxy in the Blue Force GP car. Oh, the 14 just made a big mistake. He's just gone very deep into the downhill hairpin. That's going to allow the 19 to get all over his rear bumper. They might go side by side here shortly, but for now, the 14 continues to lead this race. So a big moment there in the second lap of this race. Harrowing through the final sector now into the chicane. The 14 will lead lap number 2. I don't see any stragglers in the back. It seems we are still in a single pack here. Huge lag down the straight. The 14 has had some bad lag, especially on that main straightaway. You should be seeing him just jumping back and forth. So it seems he's having some tough times with the car. He's cutting a lot of the corner dirt. I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'm already taking a look through our corner cuts. Currently, we're only 2 laps in, and the most corner cuts goes to Speedy XR1, who has 10 corner cuts. VV1, who is the garbled mess in the 44, has 10 as well, as I'm checking through the corner cuts at the moment. Remember, if you get to 45 corner cuts, that will be a penalty. You will have to serve a penalty if you do that, so it's best to not corner cut as much as you can, or potentially use your corner cuts, but it also gives you a limit to the number of corner cuts you can take. So it's going to be advantageous to take corner cuts as often as you can while also not getting penalized. So it's best to save them for the end of the race, potentially. The 14 with a much cleaner lap free here. He should be able to pull away now from the 19, as he is just straight up faster. Looking at the lap times there, let's see how these compare. The 14 will run lap time this time by is a 1:13.044. That's half a second faster than Lowell Ferry in the 19. Meanwhile, we got a fight. Meanwhile, the 13, the 855 is running in 3rd place at the moment overall. He's just ran a 1:14.159. He's trying to be reeled in by the 49 car, which is the other Blue Force GP car. That is Scorch 878. He's being run in by for what will be 3rd overall. Now, this AM car is leading his class by about 5 seconds. There's probably not going to be much competition here, as he does seem a lot faster than his rivals. But I'm not sure if the 855 has the consistency to run long term. As we go back up front, the 14 has now made another big mistake, and that's allowed the 19 to get all over the rear bumper. The 14 just doesn't seem to have the downhill braking hairpin under control as he does for the rest of the course, and that is going to cost him big time. Already looking through the leaderboards here, he only has 5 corner cuts, so he's doing a good job controlling those for the moment, but making those big mistakes in the hairpin is costing him time. Another lap in the books. We are 4 laps into the books here, and it's still Saigon, the Saigon Speedsters Mobile leading the field over the Blue Force GP. And it seems the 49 Blue Force GP has just made a big mistake of Scorch. What has happened to Scorch here? He's just made an error, and he's just lost the position to the 177 from 4. He's lost 4th place to the 177 Vortex Mobile. That is Race Car Man, who got by. Now the 49 full sends him through the corner and should clear on the exit. Yes, he will. It's a good pass by the 49 to retake 4th place, but he has a lot of ground to make up on the 855. Cleaner sector that time for the 14. He should be able to pull away now. He just needs to get that consistency in the downhill hairpin settle, and if he can do so, he might be able to just pull away and win this race. And it appears we already have our first retirement of the day. The 5 car has found himself behind the bushes here. I'm not sure what's happened to the 5. That is the Armstead Mobile car. The 5 has had all sorts of issues. What's happened to Vestergaard? Vestergaard's no longer on my spectate board. It seems the 5 has retired from the race. He is the first car out. There are, however, 2 more cars not being registered. That is the 59 SBD car. That's Speedy. What has happened to Speedy here? Is he still on the track? Yes, he is. He's fighting in the back with the 91 Mante car of SMY Coast. SMY Coast joined the race. I guess that was why the officials brought him onto the course. So he's going to get some track time here. But he is well off the pace and now has to make up some time. Ooh, there's a big gaggle of cars in the back. fighting positions. But we're going to focus back to the front here. The 14K. Will he make another mistake in this hairpin? No, he doesn't. He's going to keep it clean here. And he actually has a better hairpin than the 19. So this is going to be a fight between TJ and Lol Foxy for the win. The 855 is still pestering these two in the back. He's about a few seconds behind these two. So can an Amcar win the overall? It will be very interesting to see, especially if these two continue to race each other as aggressively as they have. They should be able to maybe win this race, fight for the win here. So that lap time gone here. Lil Foxy is taking a bunch of corner cuts, but he has ran a 1:12.5, which is 3 tenths faster than whatever TJ was setting. Might be helping because TJ is having the worst lag imaginable, trying to run through these corners. They're still zooming and fading in within each other. Ooh, and a big send. I think that's going to be the lead of races. Lil Foxy get him enough through the corner. Yes, he will. But now the 14's fighting back with the momentum. They're going to be side by side here into the hairpin. How late on the brakes do you go? The 14 goes really late on the brakes to try and get enough momentum into the corner. And does he clear him? Yes, he does. That's a great pass. But now the 19 has momentum here. They're going to be side by side out of the right-hander into this sharp right-hander kink. And the 14 barely stays ahead of the 19 for now. But it seems TJ does not have the same consistency as the 19 does throughout the lap. But it might also be because Lil Foxy is taking a lot more of the course than his rival. I will quickly take a look here as they crumb across the leaderboard. Yeah, Ferry has 8 corner cuts at the moment to TJ 6. Mac has 7 as he's just come across the line, but he is falling away from these two now. So I think we will see the 14 and the 19 do battle for overall victory as they lag their way through the first few corners. It seems the 14 has had a much better corner. First turn 1 and 2, well, into turns 3 and 4, he's going to stay ahead for now. But anyway, moving further back into the field, the 49 of Scorch still holds third place at the moment in the pro class, but he is well off the pace of the top 2. So it seems he's not going to be a threat for the victory today. Meanwhile, in the AM class, the Accelerate Swift Motorsports, the Swifties themselves have started to make up some ground there and have worked their way up to second place, being driven by the gargled mess of a username in the 44. So we'll get you. Oh, he's just hit the wall badly, so he's going to lose second in the AM class. Back to TJ and Co. at the front of the field as we still follow this battle here intensely. The 14 appears to have not gotten as much of a run out of the final chicane as the 19 has. These two are blasting down the straightaway, trying to outlag each other for this one. Lag is ridiculous. Running through the first 2 corners now. You might be able to just call that 1 corner because I don't see 2 apexes. Yeah, the 19 a lot better in the first sector. 19 sends it through the through turn 3. He will clear the 14. So we have a new race leader here in this race. The 19 of Lowell Ferry has taken the lead for Blue Force GP Racing. But will he hang on to it for the lap? Hard on the brakes into the downhill hairpin. Who gets the better line through this corner? It will be the 19. So Lowell Ferry has taken the lead of this race over TJ and will start to blast off into the sunset here unless he makes a mistake. And remember, this Lowell Ferry was a whole second off the pace from TJ in qualifying. So it doesn't matter how good your one-lap pace is. If you cannot run it consistently, you are not going to be a factor in these RSCA races at all. Going to start lap number 10 as the 19 has taken the lead of the race with 48 minutes to go. At the rate we are running, we should have an average race time of 50 laps, or an average race of 50 laps, so you can't take 1 corner cut per lap. You will have to run some clean laps eventually. Looking through our corner cut trackers here, TJ still on 6, but Ferry has ran 14 corner cuts already in the first 12 minutes of the race. Not particularly good. He's going to have to start being careful with those corner cuts or he will risk a warning. Meanwhile, looking through my things here, Speedy is on 26 corner cuts, 10 minutes into the race. Oh, a big send by the 14 for the lead of the race. Is that going to be it? Nope, he's gone too deep, and that's going to let the 19 to send it back here. As our cameraman has finally returned from having dinner in Denmark. We are following a very intense fight for the lead at the moment. Wolfberry has taken the lead just the last lap. But he's currently in a... Yes, at the moment. So you can stay on your cam. But anyway, oh, the 19, not a great corner in the chicane. As he's going to lose momentum. And now the 14 for the lead of the race. Side by side down the front straight. I think he's going to get it here. He will. New race leader again. These two are putting on a great show at the moment. As they lag down the front straightaway. Into turn 1. I think the 14 might be able to get... No, he's made a mistake. Nope, they're still fighting each other here. Well, the 14's still fighting here. We're in a very tough fight here for the win. Now the 19 has a lot of momentum into the downhill hairpin. How late on the brakes do you go? The 19, will he send it into the corner? No. The 14 will hold on to it for now. The 19 made a very bold overtake in the first sector to take the lead of the race, but he expended a lot of his corner cuts to do so, and is now trying to run clean laps to avoid losing the race, to avoid getting a penalty. Meanwhile, TJ has only accumulated 9 corner cuts over 13 and a half minutes of racing, so he can afford to be a bit more aggressive in this later stint. That's a very good... Oh, the 19, a big slide on the final corner, and that's going to cost him a lot of time, and I think that will be all she wrote here for Ferry for now. But anyway, we might as well cut back to some replays here of the race start and everything, because what in the world happened? As we run through corner in the chicane, as he's going to lose momentum, and now the 14 for the lead of the race, side by side down the front straight. I think he's going to get it. So looking back here for the lead of the race, it was a very tough corner, but it seems the 19 just made a small error in the final sector, hitting the curb, and that was all she wrote. Back to live action. We're currently trying to run through usernames to make sure everything is working at the moment. We're on board with Goal Plays. I believe that is Goal Plays in the 88 Pro car. Goal Plays is in the back of the field, fighting with all of the other Pro rejects at the moment. These are the guys who qualified poorly and didn't work well, or showed up late, like the 91 of Simicross. He showed up late, but is already working his way through the field. He appears to have a lot more pace than some of these other guys. His fastest lap is a 1:14.127, which is better than what these two are doing in the back, the 88 and the 51. There's a good gaggle of fighting here at the moment between some of the Pro and AM cars. The 24 AM, that is XL Mies, currently holding up this field here at the moment, but the 91 should be able to get by of Simicross. Simicross he showed up late. He missed half of a lap, but has already ran his way through the field, and it looks like he's going to be able to get away from this gaggle of cars and start making some serious time on the rest of the AM field. So some good racing here by Simicross. As for the 88, the LFR Division Motors team, they kind of not doing too well. One car is sitting 15th in the Pro class, 6th in class, and the other sitting 7th in class. In 17th overall, both of them in the faster class. So it's just not been their day. Maybe they're not adjusting to the new regulations as anyone else does. Moving forward through the field, I think that is the 44, if I'm mistaken. That is the 49 actually of Scorch. He's running third in class at the moment. Scorch was running third in class. He was close to the 8:55 earlier in the day, but he made a big mistake while Casper was gone, and he lost a lot of time, but he is starting to run some consistent laps down. He's starting to close back in on the 8:55 AM leader, who has just had a pretty comfortable day, sitting third in his class, so third overall, and leading his class by a country mile. So we will see if the 49 can keep up with some of the cars in front of him, but looking back to the front of the field with TJ, he has already pulled a 5-second lead on Lowell Ferry. That is ridiculous. I can't believe he's done that after mucking around for a while, fighting him for the first 10 minutes of the race. he is already checked out, and I'm not sure if they will be able to challenge him at this stage of the game. 43 minutes to go here in the 60 minutes of Bologna as I run through a few of the cars. We currently have a new leader. We still have the same leader for most corner cuts in the race, and that goes to Speedy XR1 in the 59 car. That is one of the AM cars. The 59 is currently in dead last of the cars still running. We've had one retirement in the race so far. That was the 5 car of that is the 5 AM speed car. That car retired early on in the day. They ran 2 laps, and that was enough for the 5 team, so they have decided to pull out of the race. Currently making sure we have everything going. Ooh, that was a big lag spike. But anyway, the 59 is multiple laps down, and he's running so many corner cuts at the moment, he might end up getting himself parked from the field. So, good job, Speedy. You can do it. Moving along, some of the other cars in this field, as I run through a few, we're back on board with the 88. No, that's not the 88. That's the 26 actually of Eghabin. That's, I think, his teammate in the different class. If I'm looking at this right. No, they're not. They're not in the same class. They have a similar livery. The 26 currently running last of the people not lapped down in the AM class. He's racing the 24 of the Meebus Performance Racing Team driver of XLMees for position. We'll see if he can make a move here in this gargle of cars in the back, but they're running pretty even splits at the moment. The 24's first sector was a 27.9. The second sector was a 23.8. Akabine was slightly slower through that. He's lost a few tenths in that second sector. But it seems these two are having equal amounts of racing each other to a similar ability. The 24 gets a little too wide there, but I will give him enough momentum on the outside to maybe pull away here a little bit. As cars come across the line, I can start doubling up with who they are on the board, as well as who they are. Excellence with 23 corner cuts. That's the car we're following who they're racing. That's the 24 in front. The 26 of Eghabin, if I can pull him up on my thing. The answer to that is I have to start scrolling through usernames because usernames are different. Oh, he has 34 corner cuts. That's Spleen Master on the Roblox in-game usernames. He has 34 corner cuts, which is second only to Speedy, who has 39. So he's 11 away from getting a penalty 20 minutes into the race. Not the best of signs. He just made a big mistake in the hairpin. So he's now going to put himself under pressure from one of the pro cars who should be further up the road than where they are right now, but they're just struggling for pace. The LPR cars, or LFR cars are just struggling at the moment. Anyway, we might as well move away from some of the more ridiculous racing in the back. For some cars further up the field, we have a red car that is I think it's one of the GT cars. That is Max, actually. For how much I've seen Mac in third place, we haven't talked much about him. He's just been cruising in third place. He was slightly nipping at the heels of the leaders in the first 5 or 10 minutes, but once TJ put his hammer down, he has just been cruising in third place with no real competition. It seems like at the moment he is on course for a quick win in the AM class, barring any complete disasters or corner cut disasters. We'll see how many corner cuts he has now as he comes across the line. He has 18 corner cuts, which is good for this stage of the race, but he wants to start running a few more clean laps to avoid getting penalized. His teammate currently leading the race overall with only 13. So some clean racing at the moment here from Mac. Even if he does get a penalty, I think he should be able to win because his next competition is 13 seconds further down the wheel, and I've just been told Speedy is 2 corner cuts away from getting his penalty. This might be the fastest we've ever seen someone get to the corner cut limit in RSCA history, but don't quote me on that one. Getting closer to halfway here. Now, there is fuel in these races. There are fuel scripts, and I'm not sure when we will see fuel taken. Will we see any pit stops? I'm not sure. I didn't get a good view for the fuel, so I'm not sure when we will see pit stops here. But if we do see pit stops, they will happen, if I have to guess, maybe around 40 minutes into the race. And oh, we have someone coming into the pits. The 19 has come into the pits. That is Lowell Foxy in the 19. He's just pitted from second place overall. He will be the first car to come down pit road, and we will see how a pit stop is done here. Comes and stops. You have to jump out of the car, do a little dance or something, wiggle around, wait for the car to get some fuel. And we'll see how long this takes here. He's just come out of the pits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stalls he's running through. I'm not sure how many stalls you're allowed to run through. If this was the NRA, he would be having all sorts of officials up his ear for that one. But he's just come out of the pits, and he will come out behind the 25. So around P11 here, as the 78 also blows by him. We'll see how he handles the racing here. But with him pitting at around 38 minutes, we might have a 2-stop on our hands here. Will TJ pit this time? Let's find out. TJ through the chicane. Nope, he's going to stay out an extra lap. So he's not pitting. Will the 855 pit is the question. Mac is running through the chicane now. Does he pit? No, he does not. Does the 49? He nearly lost it there. Yep. He did save it, running for the chicane now. Does he pit? No, he does not. Pull up the replay here of the 855. He nearly lost the car. Yep. Great save by Mac, but that is going to cost him a lot of momentum down the straightaway as the 49, as you see on our right-hand side, is already all over the rear of Mac. So good save by the 855, but it's not going to save him from this overtake. Scorch has the faster car. In theory, he should be able to pass him here into turn 3, and he will quite comfortably, if I reckon. Oh, nope, he's fighting back now, the 855. That was the lag kicking in, so he will have to wait until the hairpin in turn 5 to make the pass. They're side-by-side into the downhill hairpin. How late do you go? The 855 is a bit more confident here, but the 49 is just going to power on by him in the hairpin. And through turn 6, the move is complete. Scorch up to P3 now, or net P3, once the 19 cycles back to his position. But can the 855 fight back here? He's still on the rear quarter panel of the 49 into the final sector here. And the chicane should be, but I don't think he's going to have the momentum. Oh, the 49 nearly loses it as well. He's just did the same mistake the 855 Mac did the previous lap, and that's given the position right back to the 855. So Scorch will have to do all that work again. Sector here. And the chicane. Here's a replay of it for our fans when we just did. But I don't think he's going to have the momentum. Oh, yeah, it seems the 49 just hits the curb at an awkward angle and loses the car, but he manages to save it. So it's not a bad thing for the 49, but he just has to make that pass all over again. I do see someone up the road here from Mac. That is the 91 of Simikos. Simikos, I think he pitted. So we are seeing pit stops now. I think we are seeing pit stops as the 91. I'm going to keep an eye. When is TJ going to pit here? He's running through the final sector now. I'm looking at our time where we have seen a few cars pit. I think the 007 and the 19 have also pitted while we were following that battle for second place on track. And does the 14 pit this time? No, he does not. Does Mac pit this time? We're keeping an eye on this battle very closely. Oh, and the 855 very early on the brakes in that corner. Do they pit this time? No. So there is pit strategy at play here. Now, I think some of these teams are trying to stretch it to the 30-minute mark, so they only have to make the one stop. But if that's the case, then it's not going to particularly work out there. On board with our Mr. Racing Green car of Seeping Crimson. Seeping Crimson is running the 488 car, currently running in 11th place. I believe he pitted because he's behind the 19 now. Or he might... Oh, and there's the first penalty of the day. A Cabine is over the limit. He is given a drive-through penalty. First penalty of the day. It's surprisingly not a Speedy. Speedy, congratulations. You've avoided... Oh, no, never mind. I just saw Speedy has 47 as well. Well, this is awkward. I don't think... And pit stops now. A couple more cars coming into the pits. That is gold. No, not gold plays. That is Higabine serving his drive-through penalty. But I don't think you're allowed to pit when you're serving a drive-through penalty. You have to drive through the pits. Oh, he's gone. Yep. And there's another car into the pits now. That's the 26. Yeah, you're... Anyway. Oh, I think he's retiring. He's walked out into the garage. I'm not sure what's happened there to the... I think he's retired from the race. So a tough break for Higabine. Just keeping an eye on this, but I think he has retired, so a tough break for Higabine. He's just not getting the hail of the car as well, and that's all she wrote. We're about 2.5 minutes away from halfway here, and the question is, can TJ hang on to make it to halfway here so he doesn't have to pit again? Or maybe he'll go even longer, in which case the ball throws back into Lil Fairy's court because he might have the fuel to make it to the end on just the one stop. We don't know if you have to do 2 stops here from where he pitted. Currently with the 56 car of Asiatis, wherever he... Oh, there he is. Asiatis in the 56 AM car. That is fourth at the moment, second in class. He got by the Swifty car, the 49, earlier in the run. And now, will he pit this time? No, he doesn't. So, he's doing a good job at the moment in second in class, but he's right now no match for Mr. Mack in the 855. He's 11 corner cuts away from penalty there, so he should be careful. Oh, and someone's gone well wide in the bus stop chicane there. That was the 88. The 88 of goal plays, not having the best of times at the moment, goal plays. I wonder how close he is to his penalty, but we will see shortly. Moving through, of course, he nearly loses it in the chicane. It seems that's a bit of a problem spot for the field. People are struggling with that corner. And it seems the 88's about to go a lap down in class, which is, he hasn't pitted yet, to my knowledge. So being lapped in your class is not a good sign for goal plays. We'll see if he's able to make a comeback here. But he will be given the blue flag and shown the door by TJ. TJ goes through. And we've officially hit halfway. So TJ theoretically will not need to make a second stop. The question is, does Ferry have to make a second stop from how early he pitted? I am not too sure. I do see that one other car is on the pit road. The 177 is on pit road. The Vortex Racing Mobile of Race Car Man. He's just coming for his pit stop. Rocking the WeatherTech colors that is familiar with Trackhouse Racing in real life. Another penalty on board. YB Pan has just gotten himself a penalty for going over the limit. So we've had 3 penalties for limit at the moment. However, I do think we will see more. The next one in the lineup to get a penalty is OKEJ, aka Boston Solos. He has 39 corner cuts. So he's 6 away from a penalty in the all gray 263. That is a very weird car. Moving back to our field here. Yep, there he is. Not particularly the best of days for the 263, but he is doing better than some of his compatriots in this race. So maybe he can start to settle things out for him in that car. Moving around now to make sure we're... TJ's just pitted. So we have pit stops now for the leaders. The 14 has just pitted. The 49's pitted. Everyone is coming in now. And TJ's stop has just been completed. He will come out here. Where is Ferry? He is nowhere. Squash pitted with the 14. So these two are running the same strategy. And it seems the 49 might have just jumped the 19. Where is Lil Ferry? He is in the first sector, actually. I think he's jumped... Did he jump TJ? He has. Lil Fairy's jumped the leader by a country mile. That's a great pit stop by the 19 team to put him up ahead of the 14. So, a great stop. Where about the race leader in the AM class here? The 855's just come down pit road. The 78 has joined him on the pits. And it seems the 855 is going 70 kilometers an hour versus the 78 going 80 kilometers an hour down pit road. The slow stop here, and it seems the 855 is using the 59's pit style. I'm not sure if this is a good thing to be doing. Oh, he's backing up. He's missed his stall here, so that's a big mistake by the 855 team. That's going to cost them a lot of time. Now they're in the wall, and it's a disastrous stop here for the 855. This pit strategy is going to... This pit stop is going to cost them the whole race. Wait, there's two 855s. What? Why are the... What the hell is happening in this? They're saying there's a second 855. I'm not sure what happens, but it seems the officials have bopped the 855 for something. He's just come out of the pits. I'm not sure how much time he has lost. And we're going to see where he comes out in relation to the other AM cars. But if you've just missed it in our coverage, Lil Fairy has taken the lead of this race. Yes, we will see here in a moment as the 007 of race... man pitting. He's yet to... Man pifting, actually. He's yet to pit, but I think he's not too long. Yep, there he comes down into pit road. Pit stop for the 007. He will lose the lead of the race as there goes the 51, and there goes the 19 right on by. So we have a new race leader in Lil Fairy, or Lil Foxy, actually, or Lil Fari. I think Fari is what it is, but I'm going to keep calling him Fairy for the sake of consistency. And he has a massive lead on the field, and the current AM leader is the 25 of Mato Designs, but he's just pitted, so the 14 has come out 15 seconds. He's lost 15 seconds to Lil Fairy. Then Scorch is in the 49. He is 18 seconds back. Where is the AM leader? Is it still Mac after all of that? It is still Mac after all of that. He's managed to take the lead despite all of the pit road shenanigans. So he is just that quick. And I think that is safe to say we are not going to see a new leader in the AM class. I think Mac has that on lock, unless something completely disastrous happens. Lil Fairy has a giant lead now on the rest of the field, which I think will come down to roughly 13 seconds here. Let me check how many penalties this Fairy corner. He only has 22, so he's ran a very clean second quarter of the race. What about TJ? How many corner cuts does he have? 26. He now has less corner cuts than TJ. So if he can keep up the consistency and the pace here, Lil Fairy might be able to steal the win out of the sails of the Saigon Speedsters team. Saigon Speedsters looked like they were going to get a double win in both classes. And if they were very careful, the 007 might have been able to make it a 1-2 in the pro class. And we have more, the 23, if I can recall whoever that is. I don't see a 23 actually there. Where is, I think? Alright, we don't know who the 23 was, unfortunately. I think that was the 25 of Mato Design. I think that was what we were looking at here. Mato Design is up to second place in the AM class, but he's just lost it, I think. I don't, is the 48 lapped? I think he's not lapped, actually. Yeah, the 48 is not lapped, so he will be third in class, and the 25 will settle up in fourth in class. Yeah, there's Lil Fairy, the leader of the race. Now, he is cruising away now. But can he hang on to this? We know TJ is a lot faster in the 14, but the 19 has such a massive advantage in terms of track position. That last time by, Lil Fairy ran a 1:13.1 with the input, but TJ just ran a 1:12.1. He's a whole second faster that lap. This might get very interesting at the end, especially if corner cuts come into play. TJ with 28, Fairy with 28.4 as we run through the chase here. Now TJ's gonna have to be careful. He's a bit closer to getting his corner cut penalty. He's not on a corner cut yet. Oh, that might be it. Yep, that is the corner cut there. So one more through his tally. He's on 29 now. He's gonna have to be a bit careful, especially in this chase. But Ferry just ran 4 corner cuts. Now remember, whenever you hit 45 corner cuts, you will get a drive-through penalty that you must serve. And looking through, there are a couple of drivers getting really close to that at the moment. Asia Staxis is currently in some serious trouble with that. He's on 42 corner cuts in the 56 car, so he's free away from his drive-through penalty. But there's a lot of other cars also getting close to the drive-through penalty. Scorch is on 37 at the moment. Simicos is on 39 as well. Asia's just gotten his 43rd. But yeah, we're in some serious trouble there. There's Race Car Man that we're following on board this game at the moment. Race Car Man in the 177, running 4th in class at the moment, all by himself. He does have a bit of company. The 007 is right behind him and is slowly gaining on Race Car Man. I'm not sure how many penalties he has. We're about to find out as he crosses the line. 29, so he's even with the leaders. But it's going to get very interesting to see at the end of this race, especially with corner cuts. Now, I don't think we will have fuel as a problem. Lil Fury should have the fuel to make it, but we don't know for certain. Mainly because he pitted with like 38 minutes to go in the race. And I'm not sure he has to go. Oh, someone stopped on the course. That's the 488. I'm not sure what's happened to the 488 there. That's the... Well, it's the 488 racing car, Seeping Crimson. He's just stopped on the course in the final corner complex here. The final hard braking zone. We'll see if we'll get a caution. I'm not sure how they do cautions here. It's been so long since I raced in the RSCA. I do know they do safety car periods, but will this be a safety car period for the 488? I'm not sure. The officials are flying in to check on the car. We're keeping an eye on the situation. I think he DC'd. Yep, the 488 driver has DC'd from the... Wait, has he? Or is he still in the car? He's still in the car. He's just AFK on the course. The officials are keeping an eye on the situation. We have 2 officials now. Following situation. I would say he had a heart attack, but I'm not sure what's happened to the 488. He's just sitting on the course, and he's not causing any issues. He's not in the racing line, and he's not off the course, so I think he should be okay. Moving on to Asia Techs, and I think Asia here is about to get... Oh, he's about to get his penalty. He's 2 away from his corner cut limit, and I've just received word that the 488 has gotten back underway. So Speedy Crimson is back on track and is now racing just as he normally was earlier on. So I guess he just had to go AFK in the middle of the race. No big deal for him. Yep, there he is. 25, actually. We apologize for that one. That's Matto Design. Currently in a big fight here for position. The 38 is racing him hard and is going to make the move, but the 25 sends him back in turn 3 and gets enough around into turn 4 that he will clear the 58 back. The 19 is also in this fight. That's the leader of the race. And the leader is in some serious lap traffic as the 2 lap cars are fighting very aggressively here. Lil Fury has to find a way by these 2 lap cars. No blue flags are being waved as this is Donkey and Collide. So we won't see blue flags, but... Oh, the 19 just blows on by through turn 7, if I'm correct on my numbers there. Yeah, it is turn 7. So the 19 gets by another set of lap cars and should have clean air from here on out to try and pull away. Now, TJ has just cut... The gap between TJ and Ferry now is 8 seconds. So TJ is running him down now. In fact, TJ can now see this gaggle of AM cars in front of him. What will be the gap at this time by? Set of lap cars and should have clean air from here on out as to try and pull away. Here. It seems the 25 is done the same thing as everyone else has. The gap between TJ and Ferry just hit the curb a little wrong and has nearly lost the car, but a good save by the 25 to stay in his position. Or follow it. We'll see if we can... There's another... Yep, there's TJ. We're following him now. And he can see that gaggle of cars there. He's pulled in the gap another second that time. So Ferry's last lap was a 1:14.1 with all the lap cars in the way. TJ's lap was a 1:12.4. That's a difference of 1.8 seconds. He is running these two down. He's running Ferry down extremely well now. He has to get through the lap traffic, however, which has been a bit of a struggle, especially since we have the 488, the 25, and the 78 all racing each other for position. Multiple laps down. We'll see. Taking a look at our corner cut issue, TJ is on 33 corner cuts, and he might have just gotten another one. Yes, he has, up to 34. Ferry is on 31 corner cuts. Comparing the lap times now, Ferry has just ran a 1:12.9. I don't think this lap will be... Oh, it's a 1:12.3 for TJ. He's just gained another 0.6 of a second here. This is insane running here by TJ to try and get the win. If he does get the win, it would be an impressive drive, especially from being 15 seconds behind Will Ferry after the pit stops. It must have been an atrocious pit stop for TJ there. They might have to fire the pit crew at Saigon Speedsters. But anyway, TJ just picked up his 35th corner cut of the day. He just cut turn free a little too aggressively. He's 10 away from a penalty. He has to be extremely careful now in this final stint of the race because you don't want to get that penalty. Meanwhile, Mateo in the 25 is 2 away from a penalty. He is in front of TJ at the moment. I'm not sure how long he can hang on for that, but he's starting to drop a bit of pace here from the 488 and the 78, but still fighting some competition in this AM battle. Still on board with the 14 as he runs down the leader. We'll see what he does that time. Ferry that lap ran a 1:13.329. That's not a good. That's a good lap, a really good lap, but it's not going to be enough as TJ just ran a 1:13 flat that time. So this is going to be very close, especially in this dying stages of the race. But we will have some lap traffic. Mateo is still racing the 78 of YB Panchal. YB Panchal, I believe, had a penalty earlier on in the day and has been lapsed in his class. So the 25 trying to avoid getting a penalty himself, especially since he's racing the 78 for position. And Scorch has just hit 45 corner cuts. That's going to be a penalty for Scorch. That's the car third in class in Pro. So that's the car third place at the moment. So a tough break for Scorch. He will get that penalty. On board now with Will Ferry, who is behind the 24. Not great. Oh, that is not the 19. That is my bad. I'll need to find that real quick. Oh, it's the 40. That's the 44 of Mr. Garbles. If I can find that username in here. No, Yep. Scorch 45 drive-through penalty. That was not... That we knew that was coming. I spotted that he had 45. That was not going to be enough. Asia is still 1 away from his. Mateo is 2 away, and Simikos is 3 away. Excelnes is 4 away. There's TJ on our board, if I can recall that livery. Nope, that is, I think, his teammate, actually. Yep, that is his teammate, the 007 Man Puffing. If I can find him. There he is. So he's fighting the 177 for position. He's caught the 177. It's taken a while for Racecar Man to be ran down. But he has managed to do it, and now man pifting with 1 corner cut to spare here on Racecar Man has some opportunities to try and fight for this position, especially with the 49 now getting a drive-through penalty. This will be the fight for third in class. Hugely going way too late on the brake start is 009, but he's somehow made it work. What a pass by the 007. But the 177 now fighting back on the outside. They're going to throw it into turn 7, and the 007 he somehow made it work. What a pass now by the 177 phasing in. They're phasing in inside of each other now. But the 177 now there's fighting the pass for the leap for the position, and a great dive bomb by the 007. But now the 007 made a mistake in the final sector out of turn 10, and the 007 has gotten the lead back, so some good driving here by Race Car Man and Man Pifting for what will be third overall once, or well, fourth overall once all is said and done, with Scorch getting his penalty. And can the 007 make a bonsai move into turn 1? And no, he will not be able to stick that through the half speed turn 2 and into turn 3. Does the 007 go very late? Yes, he does. He makes the move past. What a move by the 007. He will clear Race Car Man in the 177 for position. And this will be for third in class once turn 3. The 49 does the 007 go very late? Yes, he does. He makes the move past. Speaking what a move by the Scorch. He is still racing. I think he's just been lapped by his teammate. Wait. Hold up. TJ's just taken the lead of the race. Did the 19 pit? Did the 19 pit? We didn't catch that. Oh no, that's a disaster on our end. Oh, we did not notice that. The 19's pitted. He did not have the fuel to make it. We were focusing on the battle for position there, and we just completely forgot about the battle for the lead. And it seems Wolfberry did not have the fuel to make it, so he's been forced to commit to a 2-stop. And we know the 14 can make it to the end. He pitted at the halfway mark. So I think this might be it. I think TJ's just managed to... There was a bit of a scare there. We thought we were going to have an interesting fight for the win, but it seems TJ played the strategy card to his benefit and is now leading this race comfortably. There shouldn't really be any threats here for the Saigon Speedsters in both classes unless TJ makes a grave mistake by cutting the course too many times. He's on 38 penalties, so he has to be careful from here on out. Moving through the field, the 19 and the 49 should be doing battle here shortly. This is the fight for second place, but Scorch has yet to serve for his penalty. I think he's going to try and stick it out, knowing if he serves the penalty, he's going to lose too much time. Battle for second place, the 49 dive bombs the 19 and takes second place in class away from the 19 car. So Wolfberry's day is going from bad to worse. He's now off the podium, or at least until the 49 serves his drive-through penalty. 11 minutes to go in the 60 minutes of Bologna. We might as well run through some of the cars on course at the moment. It is a Saigon 1-2 overall as Maxim Ninja, who has been quietly running his own race, leading the YAM field all day, outside of the pit road issues, is running in second place overall and leading his class. So a great day for him. We have the fight for third between Scorch and Wolfberry. This might be the fight for the win if TJ's not careful. He's 7 away from a penalty. But I think they're all just going to be parking the bus now to try and avoid penalties, the corner cuts, as much as possible. So the Blue Force team third and fourth. The final Saigon car of Man Pifting has managed to clear the 177 for fifth place overall and fourth in class. If anything happens up front, this might be the fight for third if Scorch serves his penalty. But these two will also be careful. Man Pifting is 8 away from a penalty himself. Then it's a Race Car Man in the 177 who is 5th in class and 6th overall. He is chasing the 007 for position. We are on board with the 25 again. That is Mateo. And I believe we're on board with him because he is following that 78 car for a battle for 9th place overall. This is for 3rd in class as well. This is for the fight for the podium. But Mateo needs to be careful if I'm not mistaken. He might be getting a penalty here soon. He's 1 away from a penalty. And if he gets that 1 corner cut, that will be basically the podium gone for Mateo. So he has to be really, really careful. Keeping an eye on it. The 56 there, that's Asia. He's 1 away from his corner cut as well. Yep, there he is. Asia's chasing the 91. Hasn't been the best of days for Asia, despite the stick-out name. He's currently running 2nd in class, but he's 1 away from a penalty, and that will be a drive-through. And this might pave the way for YP Panchal, who did serve a drive-through penalty. He's on 67 corner cuts as well. And I don't think there is another penalty until he hit 90 corner cuts. So YP Panchal has nothing to lose here by taking corner cuts. He might be able to get 2nd overall here if he's lucky. So, an interesting strategy at play here by YB to get the penalty done early, but still run very fast after the fact. And be in a position while everyone's getting penalties at the worst possible time. You're just taking corner cuts and liberties as much as you want. Of course, I think if he hit 90, that will be a DSQ. There's still the fight for third. Huge send by the 25 Mateo. And it's not going to work here on Pan. And penalty for YB Panchel. He's just hit 25 corner cuts. Or 45 corner cuts. That will be a drive-through penalty for the 25. That's his chances at the podium gone. And Asia is one away as well from his penalty. We'll see if he serves that penalty. Velmaze is one away as well. Wait, Mateo's only on 44. I'm not sure why they're giving him the penalty. Oh, there's the YB going into the pits. I think he doesn't have the fuel to make it to the end. So that's going to be a tough break for YB Panchel. Pit strategy is really playing a factor in this race now. If you pitted way too early, you're not going to make it. Oh, is he serving it now? I think he is. Yep, he has served it. I think he got way too many corner cuts, and I think the officials decided to throw the hammer down on him. How many did he have? He has 69 corner cuts. Jesus. I guess if you get too many if 25 extra corner cuts, you will get a penalty. So I guess the officials probably saw us reacting to his weird strategy and decided to penalize him again. Moving through the field now, as pit stops become a bit more important here. Who is close to the penalty? Simcoe is 2 away. Mateo has just crossed 45 corner cuts. He's on 46 now. That will be a penalty for Mateo. So his chances on the podium are... Velmaze is on 44 now. Asia's still on 44. He's driving very conservatively to stay below the corner cut limit, trying to hang on to second place in class. It would be a great performance for him if he's able to hang on in class. But back up front, it is our man up front here, the 14 of TJ. He is cruising at the moment, but he needs to be a little careful. He is 4 away from a penalty with 6 minutes to go, and if he gets a penalty at the very end of the race, that is going to be a big penalty. That will be a play. Yep, there's Mateo being given his marching orders. Drive-through penalty for him for going over the limit. Ferry is 6 away from his penalty. But we'll see how this goes here. Asia's still 1 away. Simcoe is still 2 away. Excelly's still 1 away. Just got to be very careful here. Yep. That's a good clarification to have. So you can't go over 40. So you can have 45, but you can't go over. That clarifies things. I mean, technically you could, but I'm not sure. As we're still on board. Yep, drive-through penalty for Mateo. So, unfortunately for him, he will have to concede any chances at the podium here. Where is the 78 coming around the course now? Will YB Panchel pass him on the course? The question is... Yes, he does. Yep. That's going to be the end of Mateo's chances. Unless he throws it in here, he has nothing to lose. He could probably corner cut the rest of the race here. Unless the officials decide to penalize him again. So he needs to be careful. Keeping an eye on our corner cut limits with 4 minutes to go. As we keep an eye on the field. That's Asia. Keeping an eye on him. I think he's just hit... No, he is still on 44. He's been keeping himself nice and clean at the moment. All he has to do is park the bus and avoid a corner cut, and he will probably be able to finish second in class, which will be a great day for him in that car. Granted, he was no challenge for Mr. Mack in the 855, but it is better to get second place and on the podium than not being on the podium at all. Speaking of Mack, we're following him now. He is we were following him. We're now following Lowell Ferry, I believe. Nope, there's Mac. Anyway, speaking of Mac, it's just been a quiet day for him. That's all I can really say about him. He's just been much faster than all of his competitors in the AM class. He probably should get promoted to the pro class with how well he's driving. this is good enough for second place overall in the pro overall, and the second in the pro class would be fantastic. But I guess he has to pad some stats here, show teams why he deserves to be in the pro class over the AM class. Speaking of times at the moment, he's still running times consistently in the 113s when most of his competitors are in the 114s. So someone should consider promoting him up the grid. 3 minutes to go now. There is a fight for the third place in the AM class. The 25's just thrown it in on the 78 of YB Panchel and has taken the position in the downhill hairpin. That's a great pass by the 25 on the 78 for third in class. If we just switched away to it at the worst time possible, but a great move there by the 25. As we're getting close to the end of this race, will anyone get penalties at the very end to make things very interesting? TJ and Ferry are 3 away from penalty, but Ferry's no longer in third place. It's Scorch. Scorch has already had his penalty. I'm not sure if he served his penalty yet. I think he will have to do so before the... I think he has, in all honesty. Considering that the 19 pitted... I think he has. This might be third overall and second in class for Scorch if he has served his penalty. But moving away towards some of the action, we're still following the fight for third place in the AM class. Mateo is trying to hang on to this position over the 78 of YB Panchel. Last time, YB... Oh, and the 25 just lost it. He's just lost it in turn 7. That is the end. That is going to be Mateo's race done. He's just choked. I cannot believe he's done that. He's lost it in turn 7. He is saying bro in big yelling chat here in the chat. I'm not sure why. I cannot believe he's done that. He's just turned hard right into the wall. Hitting the wall hard in turn 7 has lost it all. If we have a replay of that would be great, but I think we cut away from the racing just as he did that. That is unfortunate. Final minute of the race, as we're going to be on board here with TJ, or as close to on board as we can get. It has been a very calm day for TJ. He was behind at one point during the pit cycle, but it seems he was able to outfox his competition on the pit strategy, and he will be taking... Yep, this should be the final lap of racing, unless there's an extra lap. Yep, white flag has just been displayed. A cruising day for TJ for the Saigon Speedsters car. Has had only one real opponent all day, and that was Ferry, but he was outfoxed in the pit strategy, and Ferry may not even end up on the podium overall. But anyway, TJ was very quick in the practice, from what I was able to see, running consistently much faster than everyone else on the course. He's ran a 1:11 at some point. A 1:11.791 is his best lap of the day. That is faster than everyone else by a country mile. This man needs a class for himself because bloody hell, he's running quick out there. Through turn 6 and 7 for the final time. Don't make any mistakes like Mateo did earlier in the race. Clean through turn 8. This should be smooth and simple. Up the hill into turn 9 for the final time. And through the pit chicane, TJ Boys 1267 is going to take the opening race of the RSCA GT season by winning the 60 minutes of Bologna. A very clinical race for TJ in the 14 car. But we're going to switch back to Mac in the 855. He's going to come across the line here in just a moment's time. He will take second overall, and he will win the AM class in the 60 minutes of Bologna. So a big congratulations to Saigon Speedsters H71 Racing Team, if that is how I'm supposed to pronounce that. Yep, the Saigon Speedsters H71 Racing Team, they have taken a double, winning both the Pro and AM class. They also take top 2 overall in the 60 minutes of Bologna. Scorch has just come across the line in third. He will finish third overall in the Blue Force GP racing car. His teammate Lowell Ferry will take fourth overall and third in class in the GT Pro class. So congratulations to both of them. Meanwhile, Asia is able to get across the line without taking. Oh, he's just gotten his 46th penalty. Oh, he's just got his 46th corner cut. That might be a penalty for Asia. We're not sure if this will be applied, but Asia might be in some serious trouble here. That might be a lap penalty. I'm not sure. He's hit 46 corner cuts. We will check here in a moment. There is going to be post-race penalties potentially after the race is over. But Asia, I was just about to say congratulations, Asia, but we don't know if he'll hold second. I can say congratulations to YB Panchel. He is guaranteed on the podium, despite the penalty earlier on in the day in the 76 or the 78 Accelerate racing car. He will probably finish third, maybe second, depending on Asia's penalty. And YB Panchel in the chat is apologizing to Matteo, who had a disastrous final 5 minutes, hitting the wall and losing it all. He came across the line fourth in class, 10th overall in the AM class. He will be off the podium. And the 14 wins, and I believe the 855 just won AM official. So official results are being posted now. We'll see here in a moment as we run. So we will keep you up to date on that as we still sort things out. Roblox loves. Let's welcome to Roblox, everybody. As the field's still the officials still sorting this out, but I do think they have confirmed the 855 as won.
In first place, 9 in stage, and 19 third place. I am and 5-5 a foot 8 in and 7.
But the question is, will Asia get a penalty? Oh, they just well, that's happened. Everyone has died a gruesome death as the whole track has disintegrated and been moved out of the way. We will take a short intermission as we wait for the server to fix itself. But we will be Good morning, afternoon, evening to welcome back here to Bologna. We have gotten the track fixed after whatever happened with the course. It tried to run away, but the officials had to track it back down. Luckily, we have found Bologna again, and we should be all good to go. Now, it doesn't seem like we will be having a podium, so we will run through the official results and standings in the general chat. The 14 has been confirmed as our pro winner. Barring any post-race penalties, we have no news on post-race penalties, especially with the 50, with Asia in the 56 car. So that might impact the podium, but considering the 78 binned it, we will probably not, or rather the 25 binned it of Mateo. I think the 56 will be able to hang on to second place, or at least a podium finish. Anyway, we will run through your podium result. The 14 of TJ won today's race in pro. He will be joined by the 49 and the 19, both from Blue Force GP, on the podium in the pro class. In the AM class, the 855 of Mac won his class, with the 56 of Asia and the 30 of YB Panchel managing to get the podium there. So similar podiums. There's a Saigon car on the pop, but another team sweeping the remaining 2 places. It was a decent race today, folks, and that will probably be all from our coverage here at Bologna. Tune in 2 weeks' time for a race at TBC. We don't know where it will be exactly. My original schedule had, if I pull up my event calendar here, it was this race was supposed to be hosted in Brazil, but Brazil was not ready. There is supposed to be a race on the 25th, though, in 2 weeks' time. We hope you catch that race at the same time as today at 1 p.m., depending on the final schedule, though that will be pending. We hope to all see you then. I have been Zayden Davidson. Thank you all for watching, and we see you all next time here on C Sport.